Surprise! I didn't plan on recording this particular short little lesson, but I thought, why don't I just do it now and get it taken care of, and then I don't have to worry about it next week when we start in on the prayer book or the office of communion itself. I was talking about the handout called Comparison of the Sarum Rite, the 1549 Rite, the 28, and the Missal. And I got a little confused as to what happened in each of the different ones after communion, and so in the last few minutes, I've gone through some of my books and looked at different things. And so I will send you a revised, I think it's 14, a revised version of this. But if you pull out your revised version and look at communion, you see that all three versions of Holy Communion have communion being distributed. Although in the case of the Sarum use, it would have been just the priest. Unlikely that the people would have received it all, except perhaps Easter and Christmas and maybe Whitsunday, something like that. In the 49 prayer book, the Agnus Dei is said or chanted by the clerks. Spelled clerks to me, but I understand it's clerks. Anyway, the choir. And then, as to what's said afterwards, there's some divergence there. After the communion in the Sarum Rite, the priest says a prayer of thanksgiving. That's then followed by a communion anthem, which is sung, and then a post-communion collect, which is proper to the season, and then the dismissal. There's no blessing, or if there had been a blessing, if it was a bishop, the bishop would have blessed the people after the peace. The 49 prayer book, after communion, there was a post-communion sentence which was fixed. In other words, it was like the offertory sentences. There were just a few options, but you could use any of the options that you wanted. Then after that was the post-communion thanksgiving of the type that we're familiar with. And then there was a blessing, no dismissal, but a blessing. In the 28 prayer book, after communion is listed the post-communion thanksgiving, then the Gloria in Excelsis, and then the blessing. The Gloria is in the same position that the communion anthem would have been in the Sarum Rite. The Missals then, though, after communion, has the post-communion thanksgiving from the 28 prayer book. Then there's a post-communion sentence, which is proper for the feast, unlike the 49 prayer book where it was fixed. In the Missal, it's proper. Then a post-communion collect, which is also proper to the season. And then the dismissal and the blessing. So those are the different ways that the services were ended. And I hope this makes it a little bit clearer as to what was done in which service at each different time. So I think that's going to be it. Since I got just I'm going to finish up now, and this one won't take too long to upload. I'll be sending out an email to let you know it's coming. So anyway, till next week. Bye.